Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. Ten minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Tuesday morning. What is it today? The 25th day of November, 2025. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin, and thank you for tuning in with me here on KSJE 90.9 FM over the air right here in a foggy San Juan County, New Mexico this morning. In Durango, Colorado, we broadcast at 103.3 FM, and if you're tuning in from anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to listen, always streaming there at ksje.com, or maybe you're streaming and listening through the new KSJE radio app. It is great to have you with me this morning. Also, welcome to our viewers today who are joining us, KSJE video streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel. So glad you're all with us today, because coming up in the next few moments, we are focusing this morning on Bloomfield Schools. Bloomfield Schools this morning, getting an update from them on all the things that are going on, their big construction projects that are coming into play, and much more. That's coming up in the next few moments here on KSJE this morning, so stay tuned for that. Later on, of course, it is Tuesday, so we'll be checking in with Amber Francisco over at the Farmington Regional Animal Shelter. Amber is going to be telling us about some of the pets available this week and some of the other upcoming holiday events that are happening at this shelter. And that dog is Radar on the screen. You'll learn more about him coming up later on right here on the radio station, so stay tuned for that. You can listen or watch 8:50 a.m. on KSJE. That'll make way for Mick Hess at 9:06, Roving with the Arts. Right after the news, Mick will take us roving with the arts, our long-running classical music program here on KSJE. Don't forget, you can also download the KSJE radio app. As I mentioned, you can listen live. You can also connect with our podcast through the app right there. Stay connected on the go. It's available at the App Store or on Google Play or wherever you get your apps these days. And a reminder that next week, busy holiday week here in Farmington, we will be out, of course, at many local holiday events to bring you to them live. If you can't make it out in person, we invite you to tune in to KSJE's Facebook page for the live streaming video of all of these events, like the Mayor's Story Reading and Tree Lighting Ceremony from the Farmington Civic Center next Wednesday, the Farmington Christmas Parade, a very chilly Christmas parade, next Thursday, December the 4th, the San Juan College Luminaria display, of course, next Saturday on December 6th, and then the live Festival of Trees drawing at high noon on Sunday, December 7th. We will be there live to share the drawing with you to see if you won one of those wonderful trees or centerpieces or wreaths from the Festival of Trees. So lots of events to take you to next week from KSJE on the road, and we thank our sponsors for making those programs possible. Outside our studios at San Juan College, as I mentioned, it's a foggy morning this morning all across San Juan County. In fact, we could take a look and show you just what it looked like here at San Juan College overnight and this morning. Take a look at the fog as it rolled in overnight. Let's take a look. There it is, pretty thick. As you can see, there is a dense fog advisory just ending at this hour, but there could still be some patches of fog on your drives this morning, but we are expecting that to burn off. But it was pretty thick. That's the look at the campus, which usually you could see. But this morning, not so much, as the sun comes up and it's trying to burn off a little bit, but not quite. Our forecast today, we're expecting a mostly partly sunny day today, the high 45 in Farmington, 29 overnight tonight. Tomorrow, more sunshine, 48 for a high on Wednesday. Sunshine, 49 degrees on Thanksgiving. Partly sunny, 51 on Friday with overnight lows right around 30 degrees. Maybe a chance of some rain or snow flurries or showers maybe in the forecast on Sunday. So we'll keep a watch on that. Back with my guests from Bloomfield Schools right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center. The most important ingredients to sustaining health and wellness are the resources and tools that help you live a vibrant and healthy life. At San Juan Regional Medical Center, The goal is to promote health by making sure those resources are available. Find the path to the best life at lifebetterhere.com. San Juan Regional Medical Center. Better is our mission, improving lives through personalized health and care.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Michlin morning program on KSJE.
Joining me here in the studio to talk about Bloomfield School District. Once again, welcome back, Superintendent of the Bloomfield School District. Lynda Spencer is here. Good morning. Welcome back to KSJE. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. You brought with you your Assistant Superintendent, James Olivas. Mr. Olivas, welcome back to KSJE.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Nice to have you here as well. And we'll get right into it because there's lots to share about things going on in Bloomfield schools. And the first thing on our list is some construction and some new projects. Mr. Olivas, this is your area of expertise, I understand.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we're really trying to shake and move things there at Bloomfield with a few construction projects, the first being the Ag Barn. This has been a project that's been in the works for several years, and we're coming into the final part where we're shovels in the ground and getting stuff built at the high school. We have our greenhouses that we're adding there. We're trying to make them innovative with power, gas, water, so we can run those programs year long.
Right.
We want to, enhance the ag program there at the Bloomfield High School, and really bring some innovative practices that you might see out in the trade. And so
that's a big part for a lot of your students in Bloomfield, I think, maybe more than some of the other districts, the agricultural component and educational opportunities, right?
Right. We do have a lot of students who do compete with ag programs. They always show up at the state fair. They always show up here in our local county fair.
Right.
They do a lot of good things, and that builds a lot of skills that they can use later on in life. So,
I was going to say, yeah, they even pursue careers related to agriculture, if not farming specifically, right?
Right. And then that's what we want to do is, really drill down on what they're doing good now, but then also promote stuff that they might not see currently in their everyday practice, and then see stuff that can make them more marketable across their careers with, possibly the use of hydroponics when it comes to gardening.
Right.
Using the greenhouse effectively, using traditional plots, using raised garden beds, that kind of thing. So, stuff that can take them and make them more marketable in today's world.
Very good. So this new construction will help in that regard, it sounds like to me, and make it more almost maybe year-round, I suppose, huh?
Yes, sir. And then we also are excited because in addition to our greenhouses, we're looking at constructing a barn. This barn will be used in multiple disciplines, meaning multiple types of animals. We want to make sure that we can cater not just to one, but to many, and then just offering a lot more experience for our students in knowing how to handle and how to braise and how to take care of animals. So it's something that we've wanted for a long time, and then we were able to secure some funds to get that done. We have a great support from our board to make sure that happened. So we're super excited that this project is actually coming to fruition.
Very good. Congratulations. Any time frame on completion? What are you hoping? I know, weather's a thing too, I imagine, right? But
well,
what do you think?
My hope is that we can be complete with the Ag Barn by March.
Okay.
So we're, crossing fingers. Usually a lot of the last 5% takes the longest, so we're hoping that we can get that project launched and everything going well.
Okay, very good. The other big construction project is this combined school project that the district is working on as well, and that's moving forward?
Yes, sir. We're moving forward. We're in the initial phases of that. Currently, we're designing by numbers. Essentially, everything square footage-wise, funding-wise, comes from student enrollment. And so based off of that enrollment, it determines the spaces and areas that are going to be planned for in the new schools.
Right.
We are combining 3 schools into one, so that's going to be a challenge in getting grades 1 through 8 into this building. Each will have their separate areas, but like I said, currently we're programming by numbers, and so as we get that established and we get that submitted through PSFA and approved by PSEOC, we can move forward and then we can get into the actual design part of the school.
Got you. Could you remind me again which schools are being kind of combined and
Sure.
part of this project? I know I talked about it once, but I've slept since then, and I apologize.
No worries. So the three schools that we're looking at is Central Elementary.
Right.
We're looking at Napaani Elementary, and we're looking at our middle school, Mesa Alta Junior High.
Okay,
so
thank you.
With those three schools, we're looking to combine them and making just this nice environment that utilizes and is more efficient in how we can provide services and spaces for students to learn. And we're really excited because a lot of our buildings are older and they're harder to maintain. So, learning spaces and having them being innovative and up to date means a lot, and students can do a lot more and have better learning opportunities in those spaces. So super excited that we're getting this.
Right. Certainly, there's certainly benefits to efficiencies, HVAC, all that stuff that comes with a newer building, I would think, and also probably newer designs for how schools are built these days, which is very different than how they were built 40 years ago or so, and security and all those other things that come into play, right?
Exactly. A lot of the issues that we've had in our buildings, like you had mentioned, the HVAC systems being old, a lot of the bigger systems, but then also like, our safety and security is a big thing. Schools are differently designed nowadays. We have different challenges. So we want to make sure that we have those innovations built into our schools. Even the way that we have our pickup and drop off for parents is really important and crucial. So we're really trying to, think outside of the box and how we can meet all these demands. So.
Right. Very exciting. And you're thinking 2 years away from groundbreaking?
Yes, we're being very hopeful that we can have shovels in the ground within 2 years. It's just from here to there. It's going to take a lot of planning, a lot of collaborations, and a lot of good planning. So we're looking forward to it.
And this is one of those projects where it sounds like you're building kind of next to where there's school already in session, and so that's also part of the planning process, I guess, to do it at the same time, right?
Right, and that's one of the positives. We've had it done before where when we were building our high school, they were occupying it as well as building it at the same time. You spend more money that way because you have to do a lot of temporary things. So we're fortunate that we do have the land space that we can actually build a school and then not really affect the other three schools while they're in session. So that is a huge positive for us.
Right. Very exciting. And Lynda Spencer, a big improvement, big change for the Bloomfield School District, but being able to kind of right size your buildings for the future and for the needs of your students today and into the future too, I would think.
Yeah, and I think it'll be really nice having all of those schools in one location. Because right now we have some transportation troubles because we have so many campuses in Bloomfield. So we always have to coordinate start times, end times, trying to make sure that kids get home without being on the bus too long.
Right.
So I think that this is really going to help in that area because everybody will be centrally located.
Gotcha.
So I think it's going to be great for Bloomfield. It's the new schools, and like you said, you can put the security right in there because the security that we have now we had to do after the fact,
right,
which is more costly and sometimes it's not as effective. But we've done a lot of planning with the city because you have to plan about streets, street lights, lots of things.
Traffic, buses, all that stuff, right? You bet. Yeah, of course.
I'm just super excited. I think it's going to be awesome, and we'll have our kids and our teachers at one site, and it's going to be great.
Very good. And I think the state has certainly been a partner in all this, and they're coming forward with some pretty significant funding for this project, and so that's significant too, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was very fortunate. We've been working with PSFA for several years. I mean, this wasn't an overnight project. This project probably began possibly 6-7 years ago where we first sat down with PSFA. Unfortunate to us was the conditions of COVID that happened where a lot of those fundings went away. And so we were fortunate that PSFA kept us in their radar, and they're able to work with us so that we can get a significant amount of funding from them, building waivers. So that means that we're gonna our initial investment currently would be $28 million, where the PSFA would be supporting probably about $80 million. So it's going to be a significant shot in the arm for us to get the project done, having that kind of funding and backing by the state.
Sure, exactly. And certainly the district has the bonding capacity now to be able to pay its share of this project, which is exciting too.
Yes, a lot of things had to fall in place for that.
Right.
So we're fortunate that our community was in favor of it. It's always nice to have a community who supports you in the endeavors. They understand the building needs that we have. I mean, they take their kids to school every day. They have functions in our buildings, so they're fully aware of what we're faced with. And so just having their support was just amazing. And honestly, it's a great thing, great move for kids. So we're both on the same plane. So
Right.
awesome.
Very true. And I always say those public buildings, like a school, reflects back on the community. And so I think the community has pride in its schools and athletic fields and all those things. And so that's also a part of this project, I think, as well, for the entire community. And if folks don't have students in school, they can feel proud of these facilities that are used by the public.
Yeah.
So there's that. But congratulations. We'll look forward to updates on this project, because I know we'll be talking about it for a few years to come, it sounds like to me. But very exciting over in the Bloomfield School District. The other thing I noticed that you've been working on is this Bloomfield School District graduate profile. You've been doing a lot of social media posts, I think, about it, and trying to talk a little bit more about this this profile. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so back in 2024, House Bill 171 required all school districts to have a graduate profile. I came on in June of 2025 with the new curriculum director, and we were applying for some grants, and the first question is, do you have a graduate profile?
Whoops.
And
Right.
come to find out, we didn't have one. So we're like a year behind other schools in getting this together. But, you know, it's something that the community has to have a voice in. So we've held 2 meetings with community members. This week we had one Monday at district office, one Tuesday at the high school. And Mr. Bezich, who's our new CTE coordinator, career technical education, and Dr. Castro have organized meetings at the high school with teachers and students, at CYB with high school teachers and students, and today they're at Mesa Alta with teachers and students. And so a graduate profile is just, you know, what do you want the Bloomfield student to look like when they graduate, going from kindergarten through 12th grade?
Okay.
What attributes do you want them to have? What skills do you want them to have? Whether they're going to go to college, or they're going to go to trade school, or if they're just going to go straight to work. So I sat in the meeting on Monday, and they also met with people at district office. You know, I hear people saying, you know, we want them to be able to actually speak up in an interview.
Right.
We want them to
Right.
be able to fill out an application. We want them to be able to work well with others, because in any job that you have to work well with others. We want them to have communication skills and social skills, and we want them to be leaders in our community. So I've heard from many different people right now. We're trying to get as much input as we can. So that's why we put out the social media post that has the QR code on it. I think it's the next slide. And so anybody in our community who has an interest in Bloomfield schools can click on that QR code, and it's just a short survey. I think it's about 4 questions, and submit. And we had some consultants come in and help us with the process. So they're gathering all the data. They take anecdotal data in the meetings, but then from these surveys, they take all this data, and then I'm not sure how it works. It's something with AI, but they put that into some kind of AI-generated platform, and it kind of shoots out all the key words that they're seeing.
Kind of a summary of all the responses, I guess, huh? Something like
Right, a summary of all the responses. So at the end, you know, you'll have like maybe 6 main things that people in Bloomfield want to see out of our graduates when they graduate.
that. Right.
And then you create a visual. I didn't include one in here. Aztec has one. Farmington has one. They can look them up. But it's a visual that you create, and it just it's a creative way of saying this is what we want
Sure.
our Bloomfield graduates to look like when they come out of school. So we're hoping to have this complete by mid-March so that we can get it out to the community, but also apply for those grants, because some of those grants are huge grants that we can use to help students in Bloomfield schools. But we want to have it done by March. We're going to go through the art programs probably at Bloomfield High School in Mesa Alta to have the students come up with ideas about what this, because you know our kids are amazing at drawing.
Very creative.
Very
right?
creative.
Yeah.
I've seen some of their work. And so we're going to try to get input from students
Okay.
on that. So
Very
we don't
good.
have our final product, but it's going to be amazing.
But now is the time to contribute to that
Yes,
final product, right. It sounds like. And so, is there a deadline that folks need to submit that survey at the end of the
I
year?
don't think we put a deadline on there, but definitely by the end of the year.
Okay.
So the consultants will be taking all of that information.
So
back
in
with them.
between helpings of Thanksgiving dinner, they can
Yeah.
take the survey, is what you're telling me. So, but
Yeah.
there you go.
And I might ask, and I can put a deadline out. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be probably end of the month or 1st of January.
Okay. Sounds great. Very
Yeah.
good. But that's available right now, everyone. Again, we're showing the QR code on the screen. If you're not watching the video portion of the show, we invite you to do that. But also, you can probably find it on the Bloomfield
on
Schools
our-
Facebook page.
It's on our Facebook page. I think they put it on
Website,
our
maybe?
Instagram,
Okay.
website. Yeah.
So, lots
they
of
can
places.
find that, yes.
There you go. Very good. So that's coming up as well. Wonderful. You have some new school board members after the elections earlier this
Yes.
month. How about that?
We just had a school board election, so I just wanted to announce that we have Aaron Valdez from District 2. That's kind of in town on the farmer's side of the road.
Right.
And then Bronson Ashcroft is District 4, and that's kind of Sullivan Road all the way down through the reservation to
Right.
Sandoval County.
Very good.
They will be sworn in on January 13th. I've already scheduled a board retreat on January 14th.
Hit the ground running.
We're going to hit
sounds
the
like to
ground
me.
running. We're
Uh-huh.
going to go for a day, and we're going to do some team building. We're going to. I have a consultant coming in from CES, and she specializes in helping board members and superintendents, build a team of 6, because that's really what we are. And if
Yeah.
we can't be a team of 6, we can't really move things forward. So I think it's going to be productive. But yeah, we're excited to share everything that we've done so far. But what I told the consultant is that, I'm a brand new superintendent, and we have 4 brand new board members. So we need some guidance on how to move forward and how to move forward in a productive way. Because really the only veteran that we have on the board right now is Ben Woody in District 5. He was reelected in District 5. But we have Jenica Lance in District 1. She was just sworn in like a month ago. And then we have Cherie Snell in District 3, and she was sworn in May, I believe, April or May. So we're all very
fairly
green.
new, yeah.
We're all very green, and
Yeah.
so I just decided that it would be beneficial and productive for us to meet together, talk about things, maybe some team building,
Sure.
talk about everything that our initiatives in the district that I feel are important, that my cabinet feels are important, and have a consultant there who's an expert with boards and
Keep you
superintendents.
focused, maybe,
To
huh?
keep us focused and guide us on setting some goals.
Yeah.
And maybe coming up with a plan, at least for the first year. We are going to have to redo our strategic plan. It ends in 2026. So after, in the summer, we'll be working on that. So,
Okay.
so yeah, I'm real excited. I think it's going to be, interesting, but I think that we can all work together to do what's best for kids in Bloomfield schools.
Nice. Very good. Well, congratulations. Congratulations to the winners. And is it still part of the process that new school board members get some training in Albuquerque too? Is there a state
Yeah.
training for those school board members as well?
Yeah, we're going in December. It's the New
Okay.
Mexico Association of School Board Officials.
Okay.
And I will be going and also my 5 board members
Nice.
will be attending. It's December 4th through 6th, so we already have plans to do that.
Very good.
So the new board members have to do a mandatory training one afternoon, but then they have sessions and they learn
Nice.
a lot. Yeah.
Very good. Well, good for them. And again, it's a big job. And I
Big
think
job.
these people volunteer their time. And so kudos to all the school board members at all the districts, because it's a lot, I
Yes.
think, to deal with and to help with the future of kids across our districts in New Mexico. So
It's a very important job, and they play a huge role in our success. And so it's very important that we work together.
right. Very good. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
And also want to talk a little bit about some other things that are coming up. You had a cultural festival not too long ago.
Yes, we talked about this last time we were here.
I remember that. That's right.
It was amazing. The planners and the people who planned it and the people who participated were just awesome. We had probably 30 different vendors there with a lot of different things to sell, and We had our Filipino community. They sang, they danced, they sang their national anthem. We had Native American dancers with the most beautiful costumes I'd ever seen. They did chants. We had I think the Nabaani students sing the national anthem. We had a little fashion show with our traditional Mexican dressed students. And it was just a great thing. We want to make it a yearly thing in Bloomfield. We want to celebrate all the cultures that we have and come together and celebrate one another. So
Nice.
we're going to plan on that next year. We might plan it a little earlier. Did you have anything to add to that?
No, it was an amazing
Yeah.
event. The community showed out. We had amazing participation. I agree. I think we need to make it even a little bit longer because it just, the time frame that we planned for it, it was the first time ever. We didn't realize how many people are going to show up and have a good time. And that was amazing because Bloomfield has always prided themselves on the diversity of cultures that we have.
Right.
And it was just amazing display of all those cultures and celebrating that together. So it was just amazing.
Wonderful. It's always great when you plan an event and it's more successful than you had thought, right?
It was definitely more than I expected.
That's wonderful.
Definitely, yeah.
Very good. Congratulations. So, as we say in my business, stay tuned, right? You're going to
Yes.
have more information about this in the
Yes.
future coming up. And then another note to mention, you're going to open a daycare in the district because of the New Mexico new universal child care opportunities, I guess, right?
So we're in the planning stages.
Sure.
I talked to the lady from ECESD, that's the early
Childhood
childhood at the state
Department, yeah.
We had a Zoom along with two other people who were asking me if this would be possible in Bloomfield. And we do have a space for it. And we plan on partnering with another daycare in the community, kind of contracting with them so
Sure.
they can do all the heavy lifting, but we're providing the facility.
Right.
But I think this is a good opportunity for us to just provide something to employees. And it can be open to outside people too, but especially employees with young children, because it's just really a struggle and a stress when you're trying to work and find daycare, and they can have their children right there in the district
Right.
where they work. So I think it might be good for retention or even attracting employees to the district, and just good for children. So, so we're in the planning stages.
Okay.
I will have to. We have a long way to go, but I think we can get it done fairly quickly because we have the facility. I just have to nail all the details down, and of course James would be involved in that since he does all the buildings and maintenance.
Right.
But just working together to make this happen for the employees of Bloomfield.
Nice. But it seems like the state is a willing partner to
Yeah.
pay for this and help make it possible. And if you hire someone already in the daycare business, that certainly is the way to do it, I would think.
And that's what they suggested, because I'm not in the daycare business, but we have a lot of people who are experts in that, and you can partner up and make that happen. So
Sure.
So I think it'll be very positive for our school district.
Yeah, that makes sense. And certainly there's a lot of other folks that do that, a lot of other employers. Here at San Juan College, we have a on-campus Child and Family Development Center, and the hospital offers one
They
for
have one
their
at the
folks.
hospital,
It makes sense to me, but that's exciting. So stay tuned, I guess, again, what you're saying
Yeah.
with this project. And I know we can't talk too much about it because we are talking before the next football game, but I wouldn't have you try to not say anything about Bobcat football. But they're having a really good season. We hope it's still a really good season when this airs on the radio. So we just have to say go Bobcats, I guess, huh?
Go Bobcats. We're hoping to make it 2 years in a row that we're the 4A state champions, and I'm a very big supporter of Bobcat football. Of course, my son played there for 4 years and has 2 championship rings, and I can't thank the coaching staff enough for everything that they do for those kids.
Seeing a lot
And
of support from the community, too, I think, for the
lots.
team, aren't we? Yeah.
Yes, and so if they win the championship this year, I may get a ring. So
See, there you go.
yeah, no, they're just a great group of kids, a great group of boys. They work hard every day. They do well in the classroom. They put it all out there on the football field, and they make our community very proud. So hopefully next time we can be celebrating another championship.
Hopefully that's true. Very good. Excellent. Well, excellent. Appreciate it very much. We're just about out of time this morning, but anything else to add? End of the year. This is our final visit of the calendar year, but you'll be back in January, you told me. You promised.
We'll be back in January
Okay.
with more to share. No, I just can't believe that the year is almost over,
Right.
and I've been in Bloomfield. I've been in Bloomfield 8.5 years.
Okay.
6 months as superintendent now, and it's just a really great place to be. I work with so many great people. We have great teachers, great principals. The administration that I work with, they are just 100% focused on students. And I'm getting a little more comfortable in the position. I'm learning a lot, trying hard to learn everything that I need to know. But I feel like we're in a very good place in Bloomfield right now.
There's a lot to learn. I understand that,
Yes.
so I appreciate
But
you.
James is my best teacher.
Right. That's
I
always
couldn't do
great.
the job without James, that's for sure.
Wonderful. Very good. Mr. Olivas, any comments at the end of the year here, and as we wrap up the calendar year at least?
No, the biggest message I would have out to all of our community is this, take the time with the holidays, enjoy each other, enjoy family, hold each other, and be thankful for everything that you have, and set your sights on the things that you can once attain. So it's a good time when you're, heading towards the holidays, and you have that time together to recharge your batteries, if you will, because we're barely in the middle of the year and we got a lot to go.
That's true. Very true. So wonderful. Well, happy holidays to both of you. Thank you for coming in, and we'll look forward to learning more about Bloomfield Schools and all the things you're going to do in the 2026.
Thank
Awesome.
you. I
Thanks
hope
for
you have a
having us.
great Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too. Thank you very much. My guest this morning from Bloomfield School District with me here on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.